So today we're going to talk about the Elos pump and the ADA pump, and we have a special guest all the way from Denmark, and we are in Denmark, so it makes kind of sense. And it's Tommi, and welcome to the channel. And you are almost a familiar on this channel, in the sense that you have your wife on here as a guest sometimes, and that is Sarah, right?
That's correct. Sarah is my wife, and
Yeah.
we've been married for 11 years, just over 11 years, yes. And yeah, she's the one that scapes. I scape as well, but yeah, my interest is more plants and experimenting, and hers is making good aquascapes. I'm not so good at that, so she beats me every time we compete. So yeah.
But still, you're not that bad at aquascaping.
No, I'm not bad, but she's better.
Yeah, but you're not bad at all, because you what kind of number did you get? Not last year, but last year again. At,
No, that was 903.
Yeah,
Which is
pretty good.
decent.
All over. It's the world, guys. It's not like a small competition in Denmark. It's the world competition. So,
Yeah,
so it's pretty good.
it's
It's
okay.
not bad. It's a solid number, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, let's say you're an Elos fan. So maybe this will be a little colored video.
Actually, well, yeah, I'm an Elos fan.
Yeah.
But I also like ADA,
Yeah.
or I used to like ADA. Let us put it that way.
Okay, so you're used to, but you kind of maybe found a new lover.
No, it's still my wife.
Oh, okay. Maybe okay. Maybe I should use another term.
Yeah, I found something I like better than ADA.
Yeah.
Because ADA used to be, in my mind, I don't know if you guys know, but it was a company called Dupla.
No.
Okay, that was way back when.
Yeah.
That was the ADA of, well, 70s and 80s.
Okay.
But no one knows about Dupla anymore.
No.
It still exists, so if you feel the urge to look it up, do so. But they were the ones that really did stuff
Yeah.
way back when. Way back when I actually started
Where's
with
the
aquariums.
Dupla from?
Dupla?
Dupla?
That's from, it's a European company.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Swiss or German or Austrian. I can't remember. Round about middle Europe.
Yeah.
ADA
Anyway. Yeah.
was the one I started with.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just because, well, that was the brand back then. And now I say back then was about 6 years ago.
Yeah. You are not that old school in this. You're kind of new in the scaping
I'm
world.
kind of new, yes, but I actually started with aquariums back in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I had
Like
a
a proper-
long break.
Yeah.
And back then cycling, what was that?
Yeah.
I went out and got plants, and I used sand, so
Yeah.
inert sand, and
Yeah.
then under it's called an underbed filter or something.
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Old school.
Really old school, and you used air to
Yeah.
get circulation going and everything. And then then Sarah and I decided, okay, we were going to do something with aquariums.
Yeah.
And I decided, after looking into everything, that okay, I'm going for a full ADA setup.
Yeah.
And this is actually the first pump.
Is that your first?
That is my first pump that I got. So and this is an ADA ES-150. So it's
How
the
many
smallest
liters can this take?
Uh,
Bigger
this
tank.
well up to 300 liters in theory.
Oh, theory. Yeah. Okay.
In theory.
Yeah.
No, sorry, that's bullshit. No, not 300. 30. Because it's
30 liters.
30 liters.
Oh, okay.
Because
Then it should be fine.
it's fine, yes. It depends on what kind of turnover you want, but as an aquascaper, you want high turnover.
Yeah, of course.
As a shrimp keeper, you don't want
Nah, not necessarily.
that big a turnover, because you don't want your fry to be sucked into the pump.
No, exactly.
Yeah. So, but you can still get it to work. Put a pre-filter on the inlet, and
Yeah, of course.
you're good. But anyway, started with this one, and yeah, as you can see, it's there's nothing special to this. It's just a steel cylinder.
It's a can.
And then you have this little pump on top, and this is what they're known for. It's the Iwaki pumps, which are pretty good. The problem is that they have decided actually this is not an Iwaki pump.
Oh, okay.
Because back when I started, they started moving away on the smaller models from the Iwaki pumps, which are really, really good. We have other 88 pumps where it's actually still Iwaki pumps.
Yeah,
they're
it's
really
the
expensive.
Yeah. Couldn't you just like fit in another pump? Like,
Yes, you can actually, because if you look on top here, you can unscrew this. So if this breaks down,
Yeah.
you can get any other external pump, put it on here with fittings, and you could go.
So how much would this be typical in dollars, give or take?
This one,
Yeah.
300 plus,
Okay.
maybe four. No, sorry, about $400.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So
That's cool. So
for
400 for a can
yes,
and a pump.
and the glassware.
Okay, you get the glassware.
You get the
as well.
glassware
Okay.
as well, and the glassware is quite expensive. But
Yeah,
then
I
again,
know that it is still, but
but
did you say 400?
yes, about 400.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure.
Sure. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And then you also get filter material.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes, filter material, and you get these fancy
So
stainless
how
steel.
is this pump built up?
Cheaply.
Okay.
If you look closer at how it's made, and that's something you realize later on.
I can see it's welded.
Yeah, it's welded, but if you look here, if you look up here, you can see it's welded around here. You might be able to see that.
You can try and
Yeah, put it up like this.
Yeah.
Okay, then I turn it around. The welding doesn't go all the way through to the other side, so you can see here that the weld is a quick weld that doesn't go all the way through.
So it could maybe break in theory.
Yes, it really should be welded around here as well, but it's not.
Yeah.
And
I
down-
would expect that to be welded as well.
you
on the
would
other
you
side.
would expect it to be a bit better.
Doesn't it hold water? This one.
Yes, it does. But this has been running for a few years,
Yeah.
and they actually do work.
They-
but
they do
it's one of those things where it's like
For $400, you expect it to be.
you expect a bit more.
Yeah.
Yes. And the same with this up here. It's basically just a steel tube here, and then you have welded on a plate here at the bottom, and this here is just spot welded on a few places. It's spot welded on here,
Oh yeah.
and here, and here, and you have three of these. On the inside, you probably can't see that, but on the inside you can actually see where it's tacked. And then you have a ring that on the top here that's welded on, and then you put this one on,
Yeah.
and this
Okay.
one on top,
You see it.
and that makes the seal. This out here is just
Sure.
tacked on.
Yeah. Is it just for show or it's?
Nah,
it's
it
for
holds
holding,
it holds the ring in, so it
So
has.
it's not only design; it's also practical.
It's practical as well.
Okay, we like that. As a Dane,
Yes.
we really love practical stuff.
Yes.
It have to be
And
simple and practical,
Yes.
and the design have to be spot on. Not nitpicking at anything,
No,
but
with the and that
let's talk about that.
yeah, this is
How do you pack this filter? Can you
well-
show us how to?
well, quite simple.
Yeah.
You take one of these. This is just a spacer, so that when the water comes in, it comes in through here. Well, a hose, obviously. Yeah. And then this goes just down like that.
Yeah.
That was loud.
And the other way around, I
Yeah.
guess.
The other way around, yeah. So it's you have it
Oh, I see.
standing like that,
Yeah.
and then you just put this on top. You can have different things in here, obviously, depending on what you need
Yeah.
and where you are. When you start up an aquarium, they recommend that you use a charcoal.
Okay,
actually.
active carbon.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's made from bamboo because, well, it's Japan, blah
Yeah.
blah blah. And then you gradually change the filter material, and then you put this on top again. That is, I guess, some of the material you put in here is basically just like material like this, like sponge, and then you put this on top, and then that will, in theory.
So you would have had a sponge in as well.
Well, not yeah, but ADA sells sponge material.
Yeah.
They call it BioCube, and it costs
$15.
No.
No, yeah, okay.
More.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous because what you do, if you really want to do a lot of this can be done a lot cheaper. First of all, this is stainless steel. You can get a good blacksmith to make all of this.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper. The pump is what really costs. So you can go out and find a small pump that will fit and where you can actually adjust the flow rate.
I think if you're kind of handy, you could build this yourself.
You can build this yourself. Yeah, I'm not handy.
So. No, me neither. But you could.
But you could. But anyway, this BioCube is basically made from material like this, a bit more coarse than this, and then it's cut into cubes that are about 1.5 centimeters by 1.5 by 1.5,
Okay.
and then that's in there, and then you have this on top to prevent it being sucked in here.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So that kind of makes sense, but for what it is, it's rather overpriced.
Yeah.
But
we love this.
it looks nice.
It looks nice.
It looks nice.
Kind of like it only looks nice if you're a hardware guy.
Yeah.
Try and sell this to the wife. You really?
My wife, it's not a problem.
No, she's somewhere as well, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think this would be rather hard to sell to the missus. Like, I'm paying like $400 for a stainless steel can with a pump on top.
Yes.
Maybe it's just me. But I think it would be pretty hard to sell in my place.
Yes, it's not so hard to sell in this house.
No,
especially not given the amount of 88 pumps we have in this house.
Yeah,
we have more. We like them, and we've tried a lot of different types of pumps. We also have Eheim pumps and JBL pumps and Fluval pumps, and we've tried a lot. And well, the benefit with this is that it's steel. Most of the other ones are plastic.
You feel
and
kind of
breaks.
light when you get this in the wallet.
Yeah, but anyway,
it works. That's what
it
we're
works.
trying to say, right?
It works, and if you have the money and you are into aquascaping,
it definitely looks good by the tank. I will not disagree.
It looks nice.
Yeah,
and that's part of it. So if you want something that looks nice, it's a bit like, a Ferrari and let's say an Audi.
Okay, yeah, Audi. Let's say that.
Yeah. They both do the same.
Yeah.
But some people think that Ferraris look a lot better than the Audis, and it doesn't really matter which Audi you pick, but and which Ferrari you pick. Ferrari looks better than Audi.
Yeah.
It's individual taste, obviously.
For sure. We like Tesla, right?
I like Tesla. Yes. Yeah. We like Teslas.
So let's
wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap this one up, because then you fall in love with another pump.
Yes.
And that is the Elos.
Can
we move this to the side?
Yeah, we'll move this to the side. This goes to the side, and
perfect. Let's get the Elos.
The Elos pump goes in.
So this is heavy. I'm telling you guys this is more heavy.
Yes. This is also stainless steel, but this has been chromed on the outside. That's why it looks so nice and shiny.
I can see it's more shiny.
Yes. Stainless steel, same as the other one, but this has actually had a treatment on the outside with chrome. Not on the inside.
No, it's not needed, of course.
No, and plus you could end up with a bit of chrome going in.
Yeah, we don't like that.
No, that would...
So this is kind of cool design. So where is the pump?
The pump?
Because before we had the pump on top.
Yes. This time we have the pump down here, and this is a stroke of genius from Elos. I haven't seen this anywhere else. If any of you guys have seen it anywhere, I would
Please comment below if you've
Yes.
seen a
love
similar design.
love to find out. The whole idea behind this pump is that this little thing here on top, this black here, is a divider between where the pump is housed, so the pump housing down here, and up here where you have the filter material. And you can unscrew this part and put a bigger,
So like an
Bigger.
extender.
basically an extender. So
Wow,
you,
that
you,
is
you
cool.
screw this off.
This the other one doesn't have any kind of
No, it doesn't have any of
like
that.
you're just okay.
Yeah.
So if you get a bigger tank, you can just like
You just unscrew this
wow.
and then get the extension to go on top, and
That's
then
cool.
boof, you have more filter material.
That is quite cool.
But this is a little bit cheaper than the 88 one.
Is this cheaper?
That one is a little bit cheaper, not a lot,
Not a lot.
but a little bit cheaper.
We're talking about the same price range.
Around about the same price range.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't come with glassware.
No. So
So
maybe it's a bit more expensive.
it's actually more expensive. Depending on...
But for me, like it's a lot heavier. As well.
It's a lot heavier, and this has a lot of what I would call clever features.
Yeah.
Like this here. This
It
is
looks
the
pretty simple though.
this is the plug. As you can see,
It's plug and play.
yeah, it's plug and play. But here you adjust the voltage to the motor,
Yeah.
which then changes the flow rate of the pump.
That is insanely smart. So that little smart button there, it's adjust the water volume going up.
Yes, exactly. So say you have a small aquarium where you want to use this,
With
obviously
shrimp piece.
with shrimps in, you don't want to have a high flow,
No.
but then okay, you decide, okay, well, I'm going to change this to something where I need high flow.
Yeah.
Then you just
Turn up the volume.
turn up the voltage, and
That is
then the turnover will change.
that's pretty smart.
Next thing is priming the other pumps. You probably all know about priming these canister filters.
Yeah.
It's a bloody nightmare, to put it mildly.
Yeah, mild, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With this one, because the pump is in the bottom,
Yeah.
you fill this one up, obviously not with, as long as the hose is not here, because then water will just pour out. But we'll come to that in a second. You just fill it up,
Yeah.
put the top part on,
Yeah.
and put the inlet and outlet in the aquarium
Yeah,
with
of course.
whatever glassware or whatever you have. And then you just turn the pump on, and because it's full, it will start with a suction, and then gravity will do the rest, and the pump is basically primed. You don't have any problems. Next
So it's
thing
not
is...
prime pump and stuff like that.
No, not at all. Next thing is, if you have air in this, as you probably all know with other pumps, they're noisy if the pump on top has a bit of air in it.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen here, because
like that.
yes, there might be air in the filter compartment, filter material compartment, but the pump is sucking from the bottom,
So it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's kind of ingenious, isn't it?
It is brilliant, and I haven't seen anyone else do it, and I honestly do not understand.
So from a scale from 1 to 10, how much better is this system?
This system compared to the ADA system,
Yeah.
I would put the ADA system, because it's standard.
It
it's
works.
it's 5, and I would put an Eheim pump at 5, a JBL pump at 5. Then you can deduct a bit from materials and
Yeah,
stuff
of
like
course.
that.
Yeah.
This with versatility, I would put it at
The highest.
nine and a half.
Yeah. It can be better.
It
of
could
course,
it could be
somehow.
better. Yes. A lot of people want to be able to have a heater in it. You can't do that. In
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
that would be. Yeah.
That would be the next thing, and that would probably be elevated all the way up to a 10.
Yeah. So we
But-
have something that's kind of mean.
There would be things that you could improve on this.
Yeah.
But again, the design here is fairly simple. This is something you could build yourself if you are inclined to do so.
I wouldn't dare.
No.
The 88 I would dare.
Yes.
I understand the concepts. 100%. This one I'm not sure, guys.
No, but
try and look inside it.
Yeah.
Like.
But it's actually quite simple because everything screws together.
Yeah.
So it's just. Well, I'm not going to unscrew it here,
Okay.
but because it's not. It takes a bit of brute force, Nick.
Yeah,
because it needs to be watertight, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just having threads, and then it fits. So you just and that's why it's plug and play when you want to change things, because you can just unscrew things. So as long as you can make threads in, this is a hard plastic.
Yeah.
So as long as you don't mind doing a bit of practical work and can do threads in stainless steel and this hard plastic, you will be able to make something like this yourself.
Yeah.
So it's I would say
it could be done.
It could definitely be done. I'm actually, because as far as I know, Elos doesn't make these anymore.
Great.
Yes, exactly. Great. I'm actually planning on making a bigger version of this just to see how it would. Well, I'm not planning on making it. I'm planning on finding someone who can make it for me.
Yeah, makes sense.
But get things designed. But anyway, we've just talked about this. But how do you actually put it together?
Yeah.
Another thing that's quite clever is this is yeah, I can take it up like this. This is the outlet from the pump, so where things go out, and obviously the pump is down here, gets suction down through here, and then comes out here. And this here is, you push this down and it takes a bit of pushing down, but this is actually now watertight down here.
That is awesome. I can see how the system works. Is that this?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
you can't really pull this out, but well,
unless
you can
hold it down.
Unless you hold this down, then you can pull it out.
Yeah. So
and then
this have to be in before you can pull it out.
Yes, exactly. As soon as this goes up, it
there will
locks.
be no like disasters. Like
no.
Yeah.
So cool. Exactly. Actually, this is the prototype they showed at Interzoo in 2016. Actually had the same type of connection up here.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really necessary, so I guess they decided not to put it there because it's just
it makes no sense.
Extra cost, basically.
And it could have a kind of ring on it or something.
Yeah, well,
but it works.
The rubber they're using here is different from the rubber used on basically every other pump, including the 88 pumps, because this is
kind of
this is soft.
It's really soft.
It's really soft. But it works. This grabs onto whatever, like glassware. It can be a pain to get the glassware off because it just doesn't want
to break the glassware.
No, you don't want to break the glassware, but this doesn't want to let go of whatever is there. Obviously, you can. You just roll it back.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. But with this, I'm never worried about. Okay, is this going to pop off? Never worry about it. Anyway,
let's show you guys how to pack it now.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Quite simple. These foam discs, you have one you put at the bottom because obviously the pump is at the bottom, and then this is pumice, and you can buy pumice from. It comes with a bit of pumice, and then it's in a bag. And
is this the real bag? Or?
This is the bag from Elos, actually.
Okay.
And they supply you with a quite generous bag, actually. ADA has so that you can there's a string so you can tie it all together. Yeah. To be honest, don't really need it because there's so much here that even in the biggest extension you can have for it,
it will still.
You just do like this. And then you kind of have your pre-filter up here.
That's kind of simple.
And then
the sponge on
sponge on top. You can do that. It's not necessary.
No,
but say you're doing a maintenance session on your pump, and you want to use your pump for taking out a lot of small stuff. So you put this in.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's so easy. Then same as ADA, you have these rings up here to hold hold the water back, and then an O-ring, a big one, and then same as the 88 pumps and same as a lot of other ones, but you just
Okay, this maybe not be the best. That could be worked on.
No, it
No?
works quite
It
fine
works fine.
actually.
Okay,
It was
so-
just because we were working against each other.
Yeah, maybe
Um,
clumsy.
And then if you really want to, this is something.
This looks tight.
Yeah, it looks tight. But say you have this out because well, it's a nice pump, and you have small children.
Yeah.
How many do you think thinks about that? If you look on the side here, you can actually put pins in and lock
Oh,
it.
that's awesome.
So,
I have children, so
Yes.
I would definitely would love pins.
but let's take the ADA one.
Oh, it doesn't have the pins.
It doesn't have pins. I can just put this together so you can see. But it actually doesn't have the option of locking things. And
I did
can,
like the locking sound there. That
Yeah.
was satisfying.
yeah, but that's steel against steel. This is steel against plastic, a hard plastic.
Yeah.
And we have ADA pumps from the smallest, which is this ES-150,
Yeah.
and the biggest one we have is the ES-1200.
What is that? Right there.
This
What is that?
this here is so that you can actually lock the tubing that goes on the ADA
It
pump.
doesn't need it here?
No, you don't need it there.
No, okay.
So
So that's kind of crappy, right? It's
Well,
kind of cool, guys.
it is really cool.
I don't want to pay $400 and sit there with a screwdriver.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want to.
But yeah, unfortunately, as far as I know, Elos does not make these anymore, and you
What
can't.
was the name of this model?
That was it actually says so right here, the F100.
F100. That's
Yes.
a cool name as well.
It is, but when you go to the bigger version, where you have a bigger cylinder,
200?
F150 and F200, yes.
Makes sense.
And that actually tells you how big the volume
Yeah.
for filter material in here is. So here it's 1 liter,
Yeah.
and then
1.5.
1.5
yeah.
and 2, which is not a lot.
No. But you don't really need more if it's just for a small tank. And it's for aquascaping.
If it's for a small tank, you don't need it. If it's for aquascaping, because this is so easy to work with,
Yeah.
when you do a water change, well, you just take
And clean it.
and clean it.
Yeah.
In the water, you take out when you do the water change.
Yeah.
So you get all the crap out of the water.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So it actually doesn't matter as long as you just remember to clean it when you do a water change.
For me, a filter should be lasting for 6 months plus.
Yeah, for aquascapers it does. Well, a lot of aquascapers clean their filters every month and a half.
Yeah.
Monthly cleaning, yes, and weekly cleaning of the aquariums, and that's even with a cleanup crew consisting of a lot of shrimps.
Yeah.
But
Do you use snails as well?
I try not to. But
No, I mean like
yeah.
Nerites or
No,
something like
no,
that. No,
because they leave eggs on everything,
Yeah.
and that's unsightly.
It is. I totally agree.
So, and aquascaping is all about the beauty and obviously taking that final photo. And if you have to go around and scrape your eye snakes,
Yeah, it does. Really.
yeah, I know.
So here we have them side by side, and what do you think, guys? Which model looked the best? The one with the internal pump, or the external pump? And what, like the chrome or the stainless steel? I kind of like the stainless steels, but I'm like, can you see where I put my finger now? Really can't on the chrome.
No.
So it has benefits, the chrome, but I kind of like the sleek design. But what would you say as an aquascaper? Which design is more pleasing for the eye?
Well,
Yeah.
well, it depends on the setup because Elos also makes some. Elos is an Italian company. They make some really beautiful stands for the
This is
aquariums.
kind of a Ferrari.
Kind of, yes.
Ooh.
Yes, and this is kind of a
What?
Nissan,
Toyota?
Nissan Skyline or something like
Yeah.
that. A full ADA setup
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
A
course.
full Elos setup is really nice.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the aquariums themselves, Elos tanks are miles ahead of ADA tanks.
Yeah.
As in, the glass quality is better.
You wouldn't expect that though.
No, you wouldn't, but that's unfortunately how it is. And Elos seems to have treated their glass with something so it's more scratch resistant.
Oh, that's kind of cool when you are always moving around.
Yes,
with stones
when you're moving
driftwood
things
and
around, because I run ADA setup
Yeah.
and an Elos setup
Yeah.
side by side. And the ADA tank, even though it was one of the older tanks, I got hold of some old stock,
Yeah.
which was supposedly the better tanks, scratched, whereas the Elos tank did not scratch. I've used an Elos tank for about a year and a half.
It could be fun to like try and see how
No.
when it scratch.
No.
What kind of hardness?
No.
Like on smartphones, you
No.
do that on the glass.
Yes, I'm sure you do, but
I think we'll try and test that later.
yes, but
Not here. Okay.
but I don't know what it is they've done to their glass. They call it diamond glass,
Yeah.
and it's got high clarity.
Yeah. So it's no iron in it. It's still.
Well, yeah, but
nice
it's
glass.
low iron glass.
Yeah.
But the aquarium you look at there, that's an ADA,
Yeah.
proper ADA,
Yeah.
90p, and that's actually got a green tint to it.
Oh yeah.
It does, which is not really supposed to, but and it's not because of the light from the back.
No.
It does have a green tint to it.
That is bad.
Yes,
I didn't know.
that
Is
aquarium.
that an Elos?
That's not an Elos, no. That is an Emil tank. That's a German company.
Oh yeah.
Rumors said that Emil used to make aquariums for ADA.
Oh, we don't know.
We don't know, but rumors say that they did. And there the glass is a lot clearer. And I've actually compared ADA, the new stock, ADA, the old stock,
Yeah.
Elos, and Emil tanks next to each other. And you can definitely see the difference in the glass types.
That's stunning. I didn't know that.
No, but I'm kind of a geek when it comes to stuff
yeah.
like this.
That's why you were here today. You're a geek.
I've tried lights, pumps, aquariums,
Yeah.
soil, fertilizers, all sorts of weird and wonderful
I've
stuff.
never seen a private house with this much gear and stuff. like when you drive in, there's 2 Teslas and a, what do you call those with pumice? Like a
Pallet.
pallet with pumice. Like, is this a shop or is it this private home?
No, it's just a private home.
Like you use a lot of stuff. And
Yes.
you try everything.
Try it a lot because, well, if you, I don't believe in people telling me
This is the best.
this is the best.
Yeah.
I want to see for myself, is
Yeah.
this the best? If people say this is crap, I have a tendency more to believe believe that it's crap.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But if someone comes around and says, "Oh, this is the best,"
Well, okay, when you say this, what kind of shrimp food do you use?
this, I guess you know that brand.
That was kind of yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's completely okay. So no, we've tried a lot of shrimp food as well, and we just use yours now.
Yeah.
We have other brands, but we're actually not using them. So yeah, we don't use that stock anymore. But when we have people that they're going to set up their first aquarium or something like that,
You give them that?
we give them that because then we get rid of it.
We still
Yeah, start with this, and then you can graduate from this.
Still, they would love it. They
They-
don't know better. So
No,
yeah.
and plus it's free.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and I would like to point out that Dennis is actually not sponsoring.
No.
so this is not a sponsored thing or anything. We actually buy it ourselves.
Yeah,
So
we do.
yes, so no, we like it.
I kind of like feel you try everything out and you then try to settle on the best.
Ye-
And then you still,
and
and then you still look around, like
Yeah.
maybe there's something.
maybe there's something else, yes.
Yeah.
But
Because of with the ADA, you kind of like maybe settle there for a couple of,
yeah.
and then you like maybe there's something else.
Yes, maybe there's something else.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm also looking at, okay, how much do you have to pay for stuff, and how much is it actually worth?
Yeah.
Because
I would, honest to God, I wouldn't pay $400 for that.
no, very
No
few
way.
people would.
Yeah.
But I'm working offshore, in oil and gas. So yeah.
Yeah. It comes with some benefits, right?
It has some benefits. First of all, a lot of time off. But yeah, no, lots of time off. Get to experiment a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, have maybe a bit more money than
Yeah.
most people, but not
You
like
have a bit of budget, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not like filthy rich,
No, no.
but nowhere near filthy rich. You don't.
You get a bigger budget for playing around.
Yes.
And you have off time, so it's like the perfect job.
Yes, and
Yeah.
then because we both aquascape, it's not like you have to try and hide it in the budget.
Because we went up by shrimp. Danish kronos is like worth 1/7 of a euro. So
Yes.
when I say I bought a shrimp to 10, it's always in euro, but I say I just bought it for 10.
It's just 10.
Yes, it's only 200
Yeah.
for that shrimp there.
Yeah.
And she's like, 200? Are you insane? And it's really euros. So.
Not kronas. I don't have to do that.
No.
My wife don't have to do it. It's often we try to hold each other back from not. Oh, let's buy this as well.
Yeah,
Because
makes sense.
Otherwise we.
It looks like almost like a skateboard shop.
Yeah.
At this
But
place.
we would not have any money if we wouldn't
Yeah.
hold each other back. So
makes sense.
Uh,
So should we look at the glassware? We talk so much about glassware.
Yes,
Should
glassware.
we like show what it is really?
Yes, I have some here. This is not ADA glassware, and this is not Elos glassware.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's
But-
just see how
but-
glassware really is. And
Yeah. This is a cheap knockoff brand of ADA.
Yeah, it looks almost like 88. The brand.
Well, see, this is Viv, and I found out there was a rumor floating around that Viv actually produces a lot of the. Yes, this is called a spin pipe.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool because the water comes up here and then down here, and then it comes in here and just circulates around in here,
Yeah.
and then it comes out. And
Okay.
Yeah, out like this.
Okay.
One of the funny things is because sometimes I've had this is steam from my fingers going
Yeah,
up here,
yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway, I've had shrimp go in here and they just go and then they come out.
That is insane.
it looks quite funny. It doesn't hurt them though. But I found out that this glassware is basically made at the same factory as the ADA glassware, but it cost a quarter.
Yeah. So almost the same.
But this is a little bit thicker in the glass than the ADA,
So more durable.
more durable as well. I have once broken one of these from ADA,
Yeah.
and that was over $100 US.
For that.
for
In 88.
for ADA, this is $120 US. Yes.
Yeah.
Viv, 20.
Yeah. So it's less than 1/4.
Yes, it is.
Is it really important to have thin glass?
No, it isn't.
No.
This is by the way, this is the one that goes on this pump. it would go on here. So this is where it goes out, and I'm not going to put it in because it's a nightmare to get out.
Yeah, you told me that this was a nightmare.
It hucks it. I have another type of outlet. That one will really slow down the flow. Well, it doesn't slow down the flow. The flow is what the flow is.
Yeah.
But it's not as violent. Whereas something like this, and this kind of looks like what they call a lily pipe. But if you look here,
this is really direct.
Yeah, this is very powerful.
Yeah, it's aggressive, isn't it?
Put this in an aquarium where you have like just soil at the bottom. It will dig a hole.
Yeah.
That one won't.
Yeah, that's kind of more my style.
Yeah, it's a lot more gentle.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Should we like maybe get it in front here so you guys can see it?
Yeah.
How crazy is that? I hope you
and that's around $20 as well.
Much more agreeable.
Much more agreeable, yes. And then that's on the outlet side.
Yeah.
For the pump, the inlet side of the aquarium. It's that I always got that mixed up in the beginning. So, and then obviously we need something so we don't suck all the.
You need like a foam patch or something.
Yeah, well, actually here you don't need it because it's very, very small slits in here. I'll try and put it up like this. But this is Viv. But if you have a Viv or ADA next to each other, you kind of have to know.
You have to look at that brand.
Well, not this. Actually, looks quite a lot like the ADA logo.
It almost looked like ADA on the other way around.
Yeah, I can actually let me go and get an ADA spin pipe. I have an ADA spin pipe. Yeah, I just went to go get an ADA spin pipe. No, first because these are the same diameter glassware.
Yeah. Makes sense then.
So we can compare here. And if you look at this, well, they look pretty much alike, except this one needs a bit of it needs citric acid. But this
pro tip.
This is ADA. This is Viv. Look here. You can't really tell the difference, can you? Well, you can obviously because this is a spin type and this is a orchid lily type. But then let's take this one out. This is bigger, and that's why obviously it looks a bit.
Yeah.
It looks a bit bigger. But if you look at this,
I need to have the
kind of the same.
It looks very much the same.
Yes, and if you look at the clarity of the glass and everything.
Yeah, guys. So I need to show you the branding.
Yeah.
No, I will set this on the other side. Check this out. Please focus. So yeah.
So yes.
We've seen a lot of glassware now. And
yeah, well, this is nothing.
No, but it's enough for now, isn't it, guys? It is. So we should kind of maybe wrap this up.
You don't want to see this one? This is
okay, we have one more glassware.
This is a different inlet to the pump. So this is actually a little bit more shrimp friendly than the previous one because of this. So the slits are longer, which means that the flow that goes through
less harsh.
It's going to be a little less harsh.
Yeah.
But that being said, with like this ADA pump, which does 300 liters an hour, I have seen shrimp crawl around here and clean.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're pretty strong.
Shrimp, as long as they're healthy, will manage this.
Yeah.
Obviously, if the babies come here, they can get sucked in. Sometimes you do find babies in here.
You kind of didn't you just clean a pump?
I cleaned the pump, yes, and I took shrimp out of the filter. A lot, like 20. So, but they survive going in there. Maybe not all of them, but
but they kind of
they will survive.
Yeah.
But yeah, glassware. I would say that's something you do if you aquascape and
it's not for me.
And you have a tank that you want to show off.
it has to be like for a reason.
It has to be for a reason.
Yeah.
That being said, you're not going to see this now, but some of the other tanks we have, we don't have glassware in them. We just have the standard plastic in there because it's not it's tanks that are more practical. So it doesn't really matter that they don't look like pristine all the time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It makes sense. But
who would buy like a $400 pump with glassware to keep a simple tank?
Yes, it needs to be for a reason.
Yeah.
Although a lot of people might not agree with the reason, but at least we have to have some sort of a reason for doing
okay,
things.
so I think we should wrap this up for now, and I kind of think if you have questions, please comment them below and put a like for me and Tommy, and I don't know if you know it, but it's free to subscribe. Did you know that?
No.
It's free, guys. It's free to subscribe. So if you haven't, please subscribe. And I hope you've really enjoyed this, because I know you love nerding with stuff like this.
I do.
So I hope you enjoyed this.
This is not actually where I nerd. Where I really nerd is lights.
And plants as well. I know you nerd a little with plants.
Well, quite a lot with plants, but my passion is lights, actually. Real passion.
Maybe we should do a video on lights. Hit a comment below if you want to see some kind of video of light.
But I'm a physicist and mathematician, so that's kind of why I like lights. And
it's crazy.
So yeah,
it's cool.
There's a lot of things about light that there's a lot of misinformation about light out there as well.
So we could probably do a whole video about that, maybe 10, you know. So let's
I can do months of videos on lights.
so maybe we should just like wrap this up. And I think we should maybe say this was the winner of today, even though it's a bit more expensive. So if you want a $400 budget only, then the 88 is a good choice, though. It's a good choice. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It has its flaws. For me, if the choice was between this pump, and they're equally priced, I would pick this pump any day.
Yeah, and it's out of production, right? So you can't pick it up.
As far as I know, it's out of production. I still have brand new in the box, never taken out extra of these.
So you're kind of golden on that part. That's
yes.
Cool. So there's nothing more to say, but stay shrimpy.